Baba Booey.
Oh, the sad Baba Booey.
Booey.
The sad depression Baba Booey.
The
As we
depression
begin the
Baba
session.
Booey.
Good
Oh,
fucking
well, Arlo
lord.
with the 3 crits. My goodness.
Yeah, 5 crits, 2 of which are fails, but you know, crits are crits.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Connie. You did it.
I rolled really. I used my secret rolling technique.
Yeah, the one where you roll very direction.
Well, we all rolled higher than the game master, so that means we win this round, right?
Or
Yeah, we win.
Or lose terribly.
Mhm.
Knowing us.
yeah, generally, and I explained this to my other group, unfortunately, but I am pure karmic balance, and I merely get rid of my bad luck as the session starts, or my good luck as it starts, and just become pure in the middle. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the house always wins.
This is rigged.
Never mind that I have not killed anyone in, like, a campaign and a half or more. So...
Okay. Yeah, that fits in with the poor death of Corncob.
Yeah. And I mean, like, technically, like, yes, the hunger party, but that was scripted and discussed with the
Yeah,
player
that
as well
was
in advance,
consensual.
so that doesn't count.
Consensual killing.
Blah blah blah. Ramble. Nod. We are obviously here as always, continuing on with our wonderful game, session 20 now, which is always going good. I think that's the same number that the other show is at right now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun. But yeah, we are 20 in. We are close to level 4, and we are ready to get rolling. So with that in mind, you know, map credits and all that stuff, all our little shout-outs before we get to the game, everything will be down in the doobly-doo down below, as always. But map credits brought by Tom Cartos, Ori the Cartographer, Czepeku, the wonderful friend of the show, Caesar Volpe. And yeah, that's where the maps are. They're all down, so check them as you need. Music, as always is the case still, brought by the ever-talented Chloe. Say hello!
Hello. My name's Chloe. I play Dahlia currently. And, oh, I don't have an animal friend. That's sad. I make art and music, and if you want to see more of said art, although I've been kind of chronically ill lately, so I haven't been able to have much social media energy, but still, you can follow me at Chloe PTV. No, Chloe_art on Instagram. Please do it. Thanks. Bye.
Later.
Please.
Speaking of thanks, bye? Evie?
Yeah, sure, why not? Hi! I'm Evie. The first 3 is an E or something. I don't remember what I used to say. I'm just gonna start giving other people's intros. Like, I'm gonna start just doing
Just start
that.
stealing them.
It's gonna be great. I play... Yeah, exactly. It's me, the wonderful demigod of the underworld. I play V.
Me, England's premier magical boy who defeated all of his seasonal villains and now uses his free time to not play video games on the internet.
Who is also stuck in the basement with I. I don't know what else to say, actually. Yeah, I play V. I'm a disaster gremlin. I am chronically tired. That's it.
Well, speaking of being chronically tired, hey, Konnie, how's it going?
Hi, it's going okay. Hi, I'm Konnie.
Vibes are impeccable tonight, clearly.
I mean, do we want it? No, we're not. I'm not going to start talking about my housing issues. It's fine. Well, beyond the fact that I am officially in the end part of the flooding bathroom arc, we just need repairs now. So,
Hey.
Victory.
But I'm konkonvtube, or Konnie. You're gonna find me under konkonvtube on almost all platforms except for one that I still have yet to remember which one it is. And I play Arla. I've been trying to think of something to follow that up with, and I just don't have one, so.
Well, speaking of not having a follow-up, Miselia. Hey ho.
Hi.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm Miselia. You can find me on anything that I'm on under Miselia or miseliadev. I do streaming. I do other stuff. I play Saki here today and other previous days and hopefully future days.
Hopefully Saki doesn't just fall dead.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that from happening. Smiles. I guess I'm not the only tank anymore. I gotta figure out how that's happening today. How Saki missed the whole person appearing.
Safe to assume that we can presume Saki's at least a little bit aware and just missed out all the fine details.
Oh, but it's funnier if she was
way
completely
funnier if she's just like,
oblivious.
wait, where's Lane?
No, I'm down for it. Let's go.
What?
Fantasia.
How did we get to a city?
Where are we?
Why? Where are we? Shrunksway is just wearing the robe now.
Last I remember, there was a hag and it was raining. Well, speaking of, sorry, is there anything else to say, or are we going to move on?
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right. Well, speaking of, Shangsui is wearing the robe now. Hey, Toto, what's up?
Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Drtotohex, the smartest science turtle in the ocean, Onei-chan. I am wearing the robes, because I'm not naked. It would be very scary being a naked orb, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like...
You guys will be able to see all my naughty bits.
The orb counts as clothes, I feel. It's
Look
hard
at
to,
my
like...
ball, gross.
Yeah, it's hard to really say, like... Are you ever naked if you're just a head? Like... Does jewelry count at that point?
Let's not think about it much, actually. Yes,
I feel like you're
I'm
just always clothed.
Yeah, I'm a teacher by day.
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of streaming on Twitch, hey, me, last person, I do that sometimes. Usually, it's just my other game, the live show that is, insert name here, Flamebringer presently, but, you know, it's gonna be another one day. Yeah. Also, some other stuff we'll be streaming with Mech, as always, going forward. And, you know, anything else, but I've been thinking of other stuff, so maybe that will happen. Or maybe not. We'll see where my brain takes me. But yeah, that said, we are pretty much good to go. Obviously all my stuff is here and y'all found it already, so good job doing that. Links to everyone's everything that they want linked is down below, so check it when this video is done, or like if you like need to take a break part way through to just like, ah man, wish I had some other content in the middle of this content to play both at the same time. We know how it's like. You just like, this can be your Family Guy, like your like little like Subway Surfers like in the background while you do other things. That's a good one. I'll jingle keys sometimes for you. Yeah. Speaking of jingling keys, in front of people, who wants to give the recap of last session?
Obviously, Miz is like primed and ready to go. So. Let's hear it. Okay. I can do it if no one else wants to, but it will be nonsensical as always because I'm better at typing.
I think it's appropriate though that Chloe does it because she did do the whole new character introduction.
All right, well, I apologize in advance You asked for this.
You'll get all the key
Alright.
points,
I'm
and
so
it will be
excited.
delivered in a way that will make you at least as confused as you were previously. But
You
all
have
of the
the
information
but
is
where
there.
it? Yeah.
And I didn't take notes last session. Cracks knuckles. Alright, so prior to the prior, we defeated a hag. It was great. She's actually dead, so you know, sucks to suck, bitch. And we kind of figured out that there was some sort of like situation that caused her to be dead instead of going back to the Feywild where she should have normally. And Arla, almost said Connie, but I guess same thing, was really proud about that. Really good feelings. But those feelings were short-lived because the next day Lane woke up and found that her spell slots had not been restored, and she had a message waiting on her answering machine via Haro the bird. That was essentially her sugar daddy being like,
Love this is great.
I can't do this anymore, we're through. No, she'd kind of lost her will to fight ever since leaving home, and it was noticeable, and so she got her powers taken away.
He's like, hey, I'm
And
like
being-
literally all about vengeance, and I just don't. I'm not picking it. The vibes, they're off. They're off.
the vibes were off, and
You're like way too
being
chill.
that,
You're way too chill.
Lane is a willowy little bitch. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been really useful. So she made the decision to leave for the time being. Whether or not she will return is up to so many things. And yeah, the group took it as well as they could have. Shang Sui had a very tsundere moment and threw a fit. But
It
everyone
was
else
not a fit.
it was a bit of a fit.
No.
Oh, sorry. Temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Through a temper tantrum, which I feel like is worse. And yeah, she decided to make her leave for her own safety, but promised to work for the group from Quran, and do what she could to support them from there. As she was departing, they met some adventurers who were like, or not some adventurers, some peeps who were like, hey, y'all did this? Y'all freed this town from this like weird charmed effect? That's great. Oh, you were one of them? Pretty red lady elf, red haired elf? We'll escort you back to Quran since you're that hot. That's exactly, that's verbatim.
exactly
That's
what
Sure. Yeah.
And that was Lane leaving. Very shortly after, there was an individual sitting nearby who heard all of this, and flagged down the group, and was like, hey, you guys are pretty fucking dope. I want to travel with y'all, and enter Dahlia, my new character, who is a beastkin barbarian, who looks like a jackalope. That's the word I want, right? Jackalope? I keep wanting to say jackrabbit, but that's not quite right. Thank you. There we go. Look at her. God, I do good work. Okay, and so the group kind of tentatively agreed. They were like, who is this new weirdo? But that's fine. You can travel with us to our next location. That is... There's a list, and there's so many B names flying around in my head still. I want to say Bergen.
No.
Damn it.
You want?
Binbar.
Roam, right?
Yep.
Bro!
Yeah, like
The hint is
through
that
the
it's on the map.
brew.
The hint is that it's on the map. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dahlia was in my way.
No, on the town map at the very top.
I know. Dahlia was in my way. She was on my
Ah.
screen. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I said Fog March. Bruham, we headed there. So yeah, they're like, yeah, you can travel with us. God, I really try, guys. I really do try. ADHD is horrible.
I love this.
You should. I need to post one of my recaps from Flamebringer to prove that I'm actually a capable human being. Because, on our little trek, we came across some individuals who were like kind of looking sus. They were kind of wearing all the same clothing, and when they noticed that we noticed, and we kind of like
Kind of tattered
statured
black
up.
robes.
Yes, that we kind of like, you know, made it clear that we were aware of them and such. They sashayed off into the bog. Fucking cowards, fight me. No, I'm kidding. And then we took a rest for the night, where Shangsui and Dahlia took first watch and had a little bit of a bonding moment, as much as one could bond with an orb who's dead set on being
Whoa. It's not my fault. You're suspicious. You just happened to join our party when our other party member left.
It's almost like I switched characters.
I know. I feel like I'm the only rational person in this party right now being driven crazy.
Look, she's hot, okay?
Our narrative contrivance is not something
that's why
that
I'm
you're
mad.
used to, or...
No, we talked about our favorite colors and what we were doing here and such. I think it was a good moment. It was really funny because Dahlia keeps being like, "Oh no, yeah, be suspicious of me. That's fair." And Shangwei's like, "Stop it! Stop being reasonable." That's exactly how that went as well. Arla got a message from mommy.
Why do you speak?
No. So hold on. No, that's her mother, not her mom. All right.
This is very like he might have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
100%. She has a mom who is not her mother. All right, that is not her mom.
I said mommy, so like I don't know why I'm no, she did get a message from her biological birth giver, and she was none too pleased about, but it was, I can't actually remember it too well. I'm very sorry. That makes it sound like I wasn't paying attention. It's just hot as fuck right now. So, but yeah, it was basically along the lines of, "I'll fuck your shit up," and mom's like, "Bring it," and that's about it.
Does Konnie have a slightly more accurate portrayal of a conversation?
Largely, it's that her mom said that she was happy that we had done what we did in Dildrelli.
I just heard Toto.
And yes, that. And she said that there was something old. And my notes just say here, and I don't know where that is anymore. That it was the reason that hag had died, and that she wanted us to keep playing the game for her, or else. And Arla did not like that, but she did technically agree.
Yeah. And then we got to Bruem, and the guards were like, "Wait, is that them? Why is there a rabbit?" We were a little confused until they were like, "Hey, we got a note from Hemia from Quran that you wanted to talk with somebody, so go to the in the fucking thing. Come on, it's right here.
Dancing
the Devil's Due.
No, that's not right. The Devil's Due.
The Devil's Due, and talk with someone there. So we did. That's where we headed first, and we met. I forgot her name actually. Which no, Glimmer. I remember because it's Shira.
Yeah, that's exactly why I remembered it too.
Yeah, it's like Glimmer. Nowhere near the same vibes. If you haven't watched Shira and the Princess of Power on Netflix, it's kind of older now, but please do. It's great. She was really hot, so we all had to get over that for a moment. But she basically was like, "Hey, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. I'll give you some information if you take care of something for me. But first you have to agree to take care of something for me." So we don't fully know what we've agreed to yet, but we didn't sign any official contract. But basically the requests were Shangsui's asking about the person who totally chopped her up, and has the rest of her bits and pieces sitting somewhere. And can't even say his name, but it was kind of revealed that Glimmer had connections with this individual, and that our information was going to come at a higher cost because she was actually closer. Like, there was like a friendly-ish connection here, but still was willing to betray him well enough, so that's great. And Arla, I believe, V had questions concerning the individual who she's been looking for, who's kind of gone missing. And kind of was semi-hinted that maybe this wasn't just a friend. And then Dahlia, who was, I almost said Darla, who's just only really wrapped up in this, was like, was asked, and she was like, "I'm looking for some seeds," and Glimmer got the hint, and that's kind of where we are. We agreed to help her for help, and we're here. And Jesus fucking Christ, I should be banned from doing recaps. I'll
I
type
love
them.
your recap so much.
So yeah, pretty dense session last time. But yeah, that is about where we had left off. Party gathered now all together. Saki coming out of her stupor. Kind of all.
I was about to say, I'm really glad that I'm playing Saki because
Makes
I
sense for her.
I was not able to
g-
pick up a lot from that.
a general sense of what's happening and where you are, but just a thick haze over your mind.
Yeah.
It's just how Saki lives. But yeah, no, there is yeah, y'all were in the Devil's Due storefront, a shop just in the edge of Merchant's Town, right by the bridge across the bog, from the Red Towers district, which is where the rich people like to live and not hang out with other people. And yeah, Broom itself, for Mrs. Benefit, is a kind of not entirely dissimilar to Dildrelli in that it is a town upon the bog, on like large stilts. The difference being size and quality, where Dildrelli is like a little shanty town that looks almost ready to fall apart with little to no money to speak of. Broom is well constructed, strong wood and other such building materials, keeping it afloat a good like 20 feet up above the bog, the whole city, some parts more. And it is a lot cleaner here in terms of the actual like smell coming off of the bog as well. Perhaps some kind of magic in play to downplay that. But yeah, y'all are here in Bedevil's Due, which is a jewelry store primarily, enchanted and otherwise, depending on your, you know, budget and your interest. As is proprieted by Glimmer, who was mentioned, a Nephilim woman of hellish descent of some sort, deep crimson skin, large obsidian horns shaped in nearly a crown around her temples, long black hair, and a kind of low-cut red sleeveless dress, many a necklace, rings, bracelets, and bangles, kind of all about her arms and personage, and these gleaming kind of yellow eyes, very sharp features, and a large tail as well. But she's sitting down, so it's not really in view. Y'all are here, eating from a charcuterie board that the shop, well, butler functionally brought to y'all, along with some water and some wine, and have been having this conversation regarding the different bits of information you all are looking for, and agreeing to help her with some information she's looking for, as well as another little favor on the top, for, you know, extra work due on her end. Yeah. Important note also that she did state that, like, obviously, like, implied by, you know, her being Himia's contact, but she herself is one of the 5 fingers of the jeweled hand. So a pretty significant person, you would think, in a group that you have heard a lot of shifty things about thus far, and an information broker primarily is her trade. Yeah. With that kind of settled in, we do kind of find ourselves back in the scene around where we left it, with the party agreeing to lend a hand, and her delivering the name of a group she wants them to look into that she's gotten wind of in the city, a group by the name of Shaded Skull. Starting out, as we do kind of get into it, is now, before I tell you much more of these skulls, I'll make a simple request. Nothing to do with what you need to do. I would just like, in detail, all the information that you're looking for. You can write it down or tell me. I don't particularly care, but the more detail, the better. I'll be able to look into things much more easily.
Dahlia will kind of like lean over again. I don't know where she's sitting at the table, so this might not help, but she's just like, hey, all this information will just be kept between you and yours and won't get out or anything?
Well, I can guarantee you that if your end of the bargain is upheld, I won't be divulging your secrets unless it is at a great cost.
I don't know if I like the way that was phrased, but that was phrased in a very this can be used to get out of a contract way. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's like fair.
Dahlia will whip out like a piece of paper and a pencil and chicken scratch down as much as she thinks she can get away with, and fold it up into a tiny, tiny, tiny little square before giving it to her.
Makes it into a swan.
Takes the little tiny folded up little square of paper, unfolds it, gives it a quick read over, and then just paper sets ablaze in this kind of white fire and disappears.
Satisfied with that?
There. Now it's only in one place. Or two. Kind of, like, gives you a little, like, you know it too. Haha.
Saki puts down her journal, or like brings her journal down, and leans over towards Arla and is like, what exactly are they asking for? I apologize for my absent-mindedness.
Glimmer was asking for information about. Was it all? Was the ask just aimed at all of us, or was it just?
Yeah, the whole group. She's kind of going down one by one, to take full stock of all the things you would like to know, as well as the information she wants, as per your end of the deal, is to look into and properly investigate a group that's around town by the name of Shaded Skull, that she hasn't discussed too much about beyond that, but has also made a request of Dahlia to, if while looking into them, she finds a marvelous, like, obsidian stone, to destroy it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Arla is still gonna cut herself off and then go, actually, how much do you have right now so that I can figure out how much I need to catch you up?
I think I'll just pick it up as I go.
Okay, Shang Sui, excuse me. Shang Sui volunteers to like help out Saki here, catch up with what's going on, and Shang Sui tries to convince Saki that we shouldn't trust Dahlia because she's new and could be dangerous.
Wow.
Chunk Sui was bonded to Lane, and it's really hard to get over that.
Yeah.
Saki,
It's like a cat. Like I just won this cat perfection.
Saki like closes her eyes and like really hard, like she's thinking really hard or trying to, and then looks around and is like, I vaguely remember Lane leaving. That's disappointing to myself that I don't remember that more clearly. And she looks over at Dahlia and with a sort of empty stare, and then says, I don't think this is the time nor place to be discussing this right now. You're looking for what we want in exchange for doing what you're requesting? And looking at Glimmer.
That's correct. I'm glad to see you pipe up, my little space case. Is there any information that you'd be interested in yourself?
She sort of blinks at the space case, and she takes from her satchel the Great Worms book and points down at it and just says, anything more about where other great worms or any more rumors about them?
Well, I am a wealth of information. Is there any particular worms you'd be interested in? Might be easier to delve in if I have a point of entry.
She sort of puts her finger to her chin, and the book that she has talked a lot about, I believe you mentioned the was it Jade Great Worm ? Yeah, she says more concrete information on the Jade Great Worm.
Very well. I'll do what I can. I have a few bits and bobs about it that wouldn't be in a dusty old book like that, so I'll be happy to look into it.
With a sort of slow nod, more of like a bow, Saki's. Of course, thank you.
Gives you a little nod and looks down the table. And, my dear noblewoman, what of yourself? Obviously, I have generals, but...
Evie is on BRB, so if that was
Oh, no.
aimed at them...
I didn't see that. 1 minute ago,
Every time.
rats! Every time I go to speak to Evie, they have exploded and died.
They're never there when we need them.
It's fine, I don't care. Then we reverse slightly. Pick a different character out of my hat. Yourself, my dear changeling. What is it you're looking into? Not heard much from you yet.
Arla grimaces, and then... I really doubt that you can find what I am looking for because she does not currently want to be found. The only other thing I have, I don't even know if I would really necessarily want to find them, so...
Well, if you're quite certain, but I think you'll find that most things that I can find aren't too pleased to be found.
right, this is a challenge, and Arla's taking it as one. Riley, do you think you could, chase down a hag?
Well, your friend's asking me to trace down rumors of a great worm, and those are certainly a bit bigger than hags, aren't they?
That makes it a lot easier to find them, generally.
Well, this is true. Well, I can take an assumption as to the type of hag based on you. Kind of looks you up and down.
I don't really think I think Arla's just going to wait.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, I'll see what I can dig up.
Just nod.
Mm-hmm. And my little fortune teller, you're looking for your magician. Is there any other details you can provide? Toto!
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
Any other
thought he was
details
still
you can provide regarding the person you're looking for?
You mean Butterscotch Cumberdink?
Yes.
He's a magician and he's bad. Shansui seems to have trouble like actually being able to talk much detail about this individual.
Kind of like smiles and is like, well, that's information in and of itself. Something to go off of. Okay then. There's...
Wait, clear something up for me. Is this person... is this also the person who was part of the Jeweled Hand that we met last time, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, can I ask, like, why she would be willing to sell out one of her own?
Well, it's all business, isn't it? He's
I don't
a
know.
client of
Shansui
ours.
feels like this could be...
That doesn't
Feels like it could be a
mean
trap.
that his information is sacred. Just that we've worked with him before. I think you'll find if you look into our history, you'll see that we've helped people on both sides of many a conflict. It's nothing personal.
Can I roll diplomacy to, like, deduce if she's lying?
It's more perception, but you can certainly make a roll, yeah.
Because I feel like this could be a trap, or Shansui feels like this could be a trap.
Kind of similar to kind of trying to appraise her before. Like, you do feel like she's not, like, trying to pull the wool over your eyes or anything like that. She doesn't, like, have any signs or tells of that she's lying right now. Like, her eyes are steady, or not, like, twitching or blinking more than usual. Her, like, facial muscles are very composed, and she's not, like, rasping her fingers on the table or, like, bouncing a knee. Her tail seems to be still. There's no real, like, tells or anything like that, just...
I don't know. I feel like that makes her more suspicious. Because then we know she's, like, good at lying if she wants to lie. But Zhang Sui is ready to do anything and everything to find this man.
Well, if it will set your mind at ease, for most of you, at least, that are from that little group of Himia's friends, let's call it sentimentality. That's the main reason I'm meeting you myself. And why I'm asking for a little bit extra to help our wonderful bunny here.
It just looks confused again, like she's blushing. Like normally being called this is an insult, but
You're friends of an old friend. So I'm happy to help. But business is business. I need to get something out of it, don't I?
Shangshui does not seem too deterred by how attractive this woman is, and just is focusing on like thinking about how she will trap this magician once she finds him.
So,
Is there any other information you could tell me about our magician friend, Buttercup Tumbleduck?
well, certainly there is. But I'm still not received of my end of our bargain. So it'll have to wait till then.
Can I buy it off of you?
Well,
I do have a good amount of gold on me.
how much do you
We'll
think?
be
Fred?
buying it with our actions, correct?
That's correct.
So let's simply do our end of the deal, Shangshui.
Shangshui kind of sighs. She knows that Saki is right, but she just wants to find this man as soon as possible and is afraid he'll get away before this bargain is finished.
Worry not. It doesn't matter how far he goes. I'll find him this plane or the next.
And then I'll finally have him,
and-
biblical concubine.
And then it's just on you to track him down after. Isn't that wonderful? So, with that all said and done, brackets, we will get back to the whenever Evie revives. Bit more information on my end of the deal, yes?
that would certainly be helpful.
Well, to start, as mentioned, the group I'm wanting you to look into here in town goes by the name of Shaded Skull. I wish I could tell you much more than that, but we don't know too much more ourselves, unfortunately. Most of the details are in their base of operations, and, well, due to unknown factors, and quite the number of wards, I suspect leaded walls. There's not much we can do from the outside. But, point being, we have caught wind of them as a kobold came to the city a short while ago. That in and of itself isn't too bizarre. Kobolds are people like any others, even if they're not particularly common here. But he was joined by a group of other ruffians, folks with some robes and an odd look about them. So we kept an eye on them. Turns out some of them were shambling corpses. Isn't that something? Not all of them, of course, but more than you would expect of an ordinary group. Somehow, as we tracked him down a little bit, we'd found that he did, in fact, have proper licensing as a mage, despite being rather cagey about his origins. And though he wasn't not sighted leaving the city, nor were any of his men or his undead, he disappeared a few days ago. We have already narrowed down roughly the district where they were last seen, but as I mentioned, magic's not being forthcoming right now due to warding, and I don't want to be risking our people until we have a little bit more information, which is where you'll come in.
Can I roll something to see if any of this sounds like familiar? If I've seen groups of shambling corpses around in my travels recently? I clearly know what's happening, but
It wouldn't really take a roll. Like, Dahlia's been on the road for a little while. Undead aren't common at the best of times, but this is not the best of times. You suspect it has been more common than it usually is.
Okay.
There has been undead sighted traveling, through the wild rather than, just in old abandoned crypts. Occasionally, at least.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Oh, I moved. I ate someone too. There we go.
And Evie has returned to the world of the living. As such, we rewind ever so slightly back to our lady here, trying to get some more detailed requests out of the group and some information we're all looking for. And she kind of looks towards V and is like, and how about you, my lovely little noblewoman? Is there any more details you can give me about this person you're looking for? Or have you about told me all there is?
She would kind of fidget a little bit, like now that it's like kind of back on her, and she would just be like, he was my age, about a year-ish younger than me. Darker, kind of more tan skin, dark hair. He was the son of a cook, if that helps at all. I don't know much about his family.
Well, about your age, more tanned, a year younger. These are all important details. Son of a cook. Is there a name that I should be looking for?
Micah.
Very well.
I didn't have a last name.
Well, most people don't have one. Well, who's to say he didn't? But let's call him Cook for now, shall we?
Like a cook.
She does a little smile at that.
Right. Well, I'll do my best looking into this Micah, and I'll keep an eye on your family's dealings regarding it. Hold
Thank
on,
you.
let him cook. Right. Well, now that I have all the requests in order, I'm ready to do my part of things. And hopefully, you're ready to start around yours. I, of course, would recommend some time spent investigating things. You're not going to just stumble upon it, and I can give you the district to look around in. And I'd suggest, well, in around at least a week worth of investigating to look into it. It's better to take your time with this sort of thing. If you do need any capital or assistance with certain things, setting up stalls or places to look for rumors and the sort, please do talk to my man. He'll sort it all out for you. Any questions?
I don't believe so.
Let's get going. Let's find this obsidian, right? And destroy it.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
And yourselves. It was a pleasure.
Do you mention the district?
Yes.
Um,
They were last
looking-
seen just by the southernmost wall, by the Sparks Rise, near the edge of the bog deep. Roughly.
Alright, and we're looking for the shaded skull, right?
Yes, shaded skull. Though it's not like to be posted on a signboard or anything of the sort, but there's like to be people around who are part of their little gang. As long as you can coax the
Hearing the-
information.
Hearing the name of the district, Saki looks like hopeful over at Arla. That Arla might actually know where that is.
Arla, noticing this, will turn and look and shrug. She's never been here before.
Do you have like? It's kind of embarrassing. Do you have like a map of the city? By any chance? Like the ones they give you at Disneyland or something?
Disneyland.
Where?
Ah, yes, our intrepid theme parks.
On Busyland.
Busyland.
Yes, I'll have a map brought to you shortly. None in this room, unfortunately, but my man will help you once you're out.
She kind of dips her head. Is that like an extra charge or anything?
No, far be it. As I said, we'll handle any capital investments that you need upon your investigation. We're not expecting things to move quickly or cheaply, but that's not of really any concern.
Fantastic.
No? Go, establish your plan. If you need to set up a pop-up market or anything, let us know. Take today to lay the groundwork and get to your investigations as you go. Kind of raises a glass of rosé, takes a sip.
Dahlia looks down at hers and notices it's empty and she's like, oops.
I don't know why when you said that she raised the glass of rosé, I thought she was handing it to someone. And so I just thought it'd be so funny if someone just takes her drink from her and starts
Oh,
drinking.
thank you! And reaches across the table.
Saki looks down and finally notices the food and drink. It's like, well, too late for that.
No, never too late. Please, take a goodie bag.
Shoves it into her mouth.
Dahlia just, well, if you're not gonna. I've just gotten involved in folks and I don't know what's going on.
When Gloria says not too late, Saki is like actively reaching out her hand to like grab something, and then she says, take a goodie bag, and she pulls her hand back.
Kind of just gives you a bemused smile.
Take some cheese.
Now, I'll not be chasing you off, but I have other duties to attend to, so I will get to my day and you continue yours. Stands and gives a short curtsy and begins to make her way out of this little dining room within her storefront. It was a pleasure.
Dolly? Oh. Yeah. I almost said yours truly. When she leaves, Dolly is just gonna look at everybody, kind of wide-eyed through them, and just go, "What on earth are y'all involved in? Like, what the? You don't trust me? How would you let? I was just telling you that they're. Oh my God! And I gave them information because I was under pressure, and she was rather attractive too. But like, what the fuck are y'all been up to?
That's fair.
Shansoi will casually like move her hood or the hood of her cloak just enough for Dahlia to see that she has no body.
I thought you were just gonna reveal the orb and be like, oh, why do you have a fucking fishbowl on your head? Oh, you got no body. Alright, well, shit, now that's fun. Well, not fun, but...
Listen, I told you, I have a health issue, okay? And the sooner we can get it solved, the better.
I see what you mean now. Jesus Christ, I thought you had like fucking rashes or boils or some shit. This is a whole new level of fucked up. Okay, give me a goddamn minute to fucking process everything I heard. Saki, I see you. Coming to.
Listen, the faster we find Palatown Anamorph and get my body back, the better, okay?
In the middle of you, like, having this conversation, Saki has quietly, like, put her hand up, like, for a handshake, and has just been, like, sitting there as you've been talking.
Wait, for a handshake or like I have a question or I need to say something?
No, like for a handshake. Like
Dahlia just like, Saki, good, you're sorry, I realized you kind of had your nose buried in a book the whole time. Hi, I'm Dahlia. I was just supposed to travel with y'all to Broom, but now it looks like I'm involved. Hi.
Welcome to
And
the
she kind of like
hello.
licks her ears nervously. She's like kind of like slightly redescribe her. I mean, you see a picture, but she's like this like jackalope looking woman with long like antlers, nearly claws for hands, and like this kind of rounded nose similar to a bunny. If you've ever seen Final Fantasy XIV Vieira, those just with antlers.
Gotcha.
And more like horns. Slap the male Makote hands on her.
You're an amalgamation.
How like the fucking accent came out. You're an amalgamation.
The accent spreading is so real.
This group's particularly bad for it, our other group is not. But I don't know what it is like about playing as Konnie. I'll blame Konnie. Connie's our scapegoat for this.
Rude.
I blame you, Con.
Next time I will make sure that I do an accent that I'm the only one who can do.
Please.
Yeah, perfect. As Evie and I morph into conspiracy.
It'll happen.
As Dahlia is rattling on, Saki just cracks like a small smile and like gives a firm shake and then looks over to Shang Tsui and goes, I trust her.
Why did I even bother? Anyway, let's just go. Dahlia, if you want to come with us, I guess you can come along, but we gotta go.
I've been fucking. She's already standing up, like picking up her axe, throwing it over her shoulder. I already am fucking involved. I got no choice at this point. You think I'm gonna go deal with this shaded skull by myself? Fuck. All right. And what the fuck did she mean, like a pop-up market? What are we supposed to sell, like muffins? I can make
Can I
muffins.
use fortune telling or society or something to try and find the fastest route to the rises?
Yeah.
The rise.
We have
We got a map. We got a map.
we were given a map. We can just go.
I know,
Just
but
walk.
I guess we could look for like shortcuts and stuff. Anyway, we can go.
There is a good, and in fact, I'll just mention this in character as we sort of walk. Well, I don't know about a pop-up shop. I don't know how good our mercantile, prowess is, but Shang Tsui, you've run a booth before, right? Like a fortune-telling booth?
I'm surprised you remember that.
She as she's mentioning this, she's like very quickly flipping through her journal. It's like, yeah, of course. We could use that as a guise.
Saki, that's not a bad idea. I do also think we should take some back roads there. We don't want to alert anyone that we're coming.
Asaki looks immediately worried about that, but that's just because of her sense of direction.
I think that there's also a fair case of not wanting to be so conspicuous in trying to be inconspicuous.
I think
No,
a
that
simple
makes
walk will do.
We should do the lamp. We'll take a lamp and just keep our eyes and ears open, see if I can smell anything fishy, although we are in a swamp, so that's gonna be the whole anyways.
Look, all I'm worried about is the person I'm looking for. If they're nearby and they sense that I'm coming, they're gonna run.
I mean,
It's
They
true,
don't-
but go on, Saki, I'm sorry.
you're fine. Don't worry. I mean, unless they do have some supernatural sense to know it's you, you're hidden under your robe. I'm sure you'll be fine. And Saki puts her hand on Shang Tsui's quote-unquote shoulder, like the shoulder of the robe,
Is there a shoulder of the robe? I feel like it just kind of drapes down. Like straight down.
Are you a tube
The
person?
ball on a stick, like
Like one of those.
There is like an air quotes like shoulder of the robe, but there's no real like structure to it. It's just being held up with like psychic power. So the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
there's
So
any
just, like-
pressure, it just like
It just like flops.
Well, it's like in a horror movie when you see like you think you see a person under a sheet and then you touch the sheet and it just falls
There's
down.
nothing.
Yeah.
help me,
Well,
Obi-Wan
to
Kenobi.
play-
You're my only hope.
well,
As-
to play devil's advocate here for a second, Shamsui, this individual does, from what I'm gathering, have the rest of your bits and pieces. So, like, I get that concern. Also, to play Angel's advocate,
I don't think that's a thing.
Glimmer did make it pretty clear that, like, they can kind of find him wherever he hides. So I'm sure as long as we appease her, well, maybe she'll get like she'll like put like a tracking spell or something on him. So no matter where he runs, you know, it's you can run but you can't hide situation. But don't get me wrong, I get it. We don't want to dilly dally too much.
Shangshui, what exactly was your plan for approaching him when you eventually find out where he is anyways?
Changsui kind of thinks for a second. Well, I just want his head on a platter, that's all.
But if you're afraid that he might be able to track you right now, what makes you think that he won't be able to later?
Changsui just like angrily huffs and like rolls out of the room. It's like, come on, let's just go.
Oh god, she's getting tangled in the ropes!
It's like when a cat like gets stuck in your sweater.
Oh.
As people start making their way out,
We can make a plan as we walk. Let's go.
I thought we were already walking.
Kind of leans into Saki and is like, so I totally get why she's like a spitting ball of fire, a spitting ball of fire. But
I can hear you.
but does she ever calm down? Does she take a moment to breathe?
She does.
Okay,
Just give her time to warm up to you. I'm sure it'll be fine. She's suspicious of all of us, kind of all of the time, so.
Oh no, I get that part. Like that's totally fine. It's more the constant. We gotta go. Like I feel bad for her. The
Yeah.
heart can't take that, whether or not it's attached to you or not.
Once, when she was underwater, it was so peaceful.
Saki
So
lets
hard
that
to
one.
say that.
Saki lets that
Very
one
V
cook
says
in
it.
her brain for a little bit. Like, oh, I guess I never really thought of that.
Where Shangsui's body is going into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, as y'all kind of pick yourselves up, leave. Of course, finish off the charcuterie board, because why wouldn't you? It's very
I
important.
steal all the cheese and bread
Yep.
because everyone else gets some meat.
And as y'all make your way out of the Devil's Due storefront, kind of by the exit, the very butler-coated clerk at the front kind of gives you a bow, his well-groomed white hair, kind of graying beard, and says like, I hope your meeting was delightful with the lady. She's informed me that we'll be assisting you in your assistance of us. Please do return if you need a base of operations, any refreshments or supplies during your time in the city. And once you've made your lap around, do come back if you're in need of a place to plan.
That actually kind of sparks a bit of a thought there. So are you implying we've got room and board here, or is that something we're on our own to find?
Well, there are certainly no beds within the establishment, but we are happy to put you up within one of our inns.
Oh, fancy. That would be wonderful. I'm sure we'll be here a few days.
Certainly. Investigations like these are never brief, but then they fly by faster than you would think.
Yeah. We'll come back if you can make those arrangements after we've done our little lap around, and we'll come back with any additional information we deliver that and stuff too.
Certainly. Should I put the reservation under a group name or simply one of your names?
Y'all got like one of those adventure party names?
No.
We really should get one.
Head and shoulders.
You know, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Got it.
The hard eyes.
No.
Well, that doesn't work anymore because we don't have Slade anymore.
During our lap, we'll
Oregon harvesters.
No, we can't call ourselves that.
Jesus Christ.
You would get
No,
kicked out of establishment so quickly.
Sorry, I don't mean to speak for nobody, but it seems they need to workshop that as well. So during the lap round, I'll encourage them to do so.
Quite.
And for now, just under V. The V.
Oh yeah, the stolen hearts was a good one, but we also can't use that anymore because we don't have Lane.
It's like a 50s girl band, just like V and the others.
V and the B's.
Yeah.
The VGs.
Yes.
The VBGBs.
Wait, that sounds like it's an innuendo or something.
Perhaps we put a pin in this one for now.
We'll put a pin
For
in this
now.
one. For this one, actually, here, hold on. And she like pulls out a physical pin. Here you go. And we'll come back.
He does just like laugh politely. It doesn't seem like a fake laugh, just that it is polite. And nods. Well, very well. I'll get in touch, and you may return here, and I'll inform you of the inn that you'll be staying in. We'll see what's available.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, y'all head out. Up. Alvin is dead.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Me referencing my own character and confusion.
And yeah, we all head onwards, down towards the Sparks Rise, following the map over yonder, and specifically, the area that was kind of pointed out, and is encircled on your map, much as it is the actual map here.
Can I roll for perception? Like, as we walk, can we, like, listen for people mentioning the shaded skull? Pick up any
You
sort of
can
clues.
certainly roll to see if anyone's kind of mentioning anything, kind of just on your walk over. You do hear kind of a lot of, chatter throughout the city as you're going through. You don't pick up, like, the word shaded skull or anything like that as you're going by, but, like, someone kind of mentioning as you're going by, just like, man, there's just some weird stuff going around, like, all over lately. Like, there's that kobold the other day with, like, some weird smelling dudes. Like, like, I don't know.
Weird smelling dudes. Okay, I turn to the rest of the party members. Do you guys smell anything weird? I can't really smell it on account for an orb.
Do I?
I got a good nose.
Not
Yeah.
particularly, just from what you're hearing, it does sound like he's talking about something like he thought was weird a couple days ago.
Right.
So, if there was any weird smelling dudes, their smell certainly hasn't lingered several days later.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if there were any, like, still hiding around this area. I find it hard to believe that, like, the jeweled hand would all be just in one place and not be spread out. And, like, sending people around.
Yeah.
Assume the weird smell is probably bodies rotting.
Right, that's what I'm assuming as well.
So I don't know if they would be stationed in places versus having to be with whoever animated them.
True. Okay. Well, I guess you guys should definitely, like, keep your noses sharpened? That's not the right word.
Keep those sniffers snoofing.
Yeah, keep those sniffers snoofing, because I can't smell anything.
Whole party just walking around, just sniff.
Sneef.
And that Saki definitely like actually starts like sniffing the air. It's like
Doesn't smell nearly as bad as you'd expect of a town right above a bog. It's kind of pleasant.
Well, it doesn't smell too bad here. Just sort of under her breath.
Yeah, carry on getting down. As you do, kind of get. I know you mentioned a couple different ways that you might be approaching. Are you just taking like the most direct route, or are you taking like a weird little roundabout?
It's like thorough enough with the amount of time we have in the day to like, you know, get the lay of the districts.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
as you reach there, it's not like going to be hard to get a good lay of the district. It really is the area that she kind of pointed out to you, like a couple streets functionally. Let me make it a slightly more accurate shape here. If I did, kind of like that. Down there at the bottom, this little circle. So certainly more than enough daylight to examine that zone, kind of get an impression.
We like scout out the area a little bit. See if there's any, you know, like alleyways that people could hide in or get away really quickly.
Certainly. There's a few smaller streets in and around. It is another area down in Merchant's Town, although it's, as mentioned, right by the Sparks Rise, a large, like, spired building, one of the only ones around here that is, like, actually made of stone. Seems to be built down into the bog itself rather than atop the platforms. And has these five-pointed, like, blue flaming spires around the walls, and large building. As you were informed, it is a bit of a magical hub in the area. There's a lot of mages that do a study and people that have workshops in there. The area that was marked out for you is right next to the wall of the Sparks Rise, and as such, some of the stores that are around here and storehouses are ones that have more magical wares, rather than, you know, just like general stores and such. There is kind of a, like, central, like, zone between some of these buildings that you get through like smaller alleyways where you would see, like, various stalls kind of set up and some storage areas. People kind of doing their, like, night markets for people that don't have, like, a full storefront of their own. And yeah, that's kind of the general vibe of this little area as you're kind of looking around it.
Can we mark down, like, because maps aren't always accurate, especially when they were, like, depending on when they were made. We make sure to mark down, like, any sort of, like, differences between the map and what we see in the town.
The main thing to note is that, like, though on the map a lot of the buildings are, like, pressed right up next to each other with no space, there is a couple that have, like, an alleyway between them that, like, you can get through and into this little, like, gap here.
Courtyard.
Areas here and such like that. It's like there's actual entryways into there. But otherwise it does look like it's pretty accurate. It's right over the kind of edge of some of these, like, wooden walkways, boulevards kind of more accurately. And You can see the kind of deeper parts of the bog just beyond, kind of at the edge of this little section here, as there's like docks a little further north that actually like go out into the deeper waters, but where bog turns into lake. But over here, it's just risen a lot higher up. You can certainly look down into the bog. Hell, swan dive off if you'd like, but not like connection via docks like there is kind of a little bit further north in the southern docks, ironically named for not being the southernmost point of the city. They are, however, the most southernmost docks, so it counts.
I mean, I could jump in the water and...
Yeah.
Please,
Ollie
let's not
could
go for another
save
swim.
me,
And
and then we
see
could
what
finally
happens.
have... No.
Okay, it'll go great.
Can I use fortune telling to, like, just see if we can use that to help us detect anything in the area as we arrive?
Mm-hmm. Again, it's always kind of a vague art, but you can certainly always tell a fortune and see what kind of vibes you may be able to divine. And as you do so, ponder the fates, tea leaves, bone dice, and whatnot, you do kind of sit and ponder and feel as though there is definitely some unseen fate lurking around. Something that's, depending on time and careful planning and observation, may reveal itself. There's definitely potential here to lead to what you all seek. Kind of in a roundabout way.
Okay, I tell the rest of the party that we should definitely be, like, scouring this area and searching. Because the fates say so, but also the rumor mill that we had heard about smelly peoples around. Big old stinkers. We should be looking around for them. Can I take up Saki's idea to, like, open up my booth and then just see if I can get some passerbys to come by and see if I can...
I actually have that patented. You will have to, pay me for it.
Whoa.
true.
That's my line.
I'm sorry, I talked to the hand before we left.
Why is that the one thing you learned
I put a
from
copyright
me,
on. I put a copyright on fortune telling.
Yeah.
It's like when the Fine brothers tried to put a copyright on React videos.
When Sony tried to copyright Let's Play.
Oh my gosh.
Odd. Yeah, I think that's our best bet, like, sort of out of character as far as that sort of stuff goes, because the other closest thing I could think of is, like, Arla opening a knick-knack pop-up shop.
I don't think people want what Arla's got.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared at what you have.
Hands, wigs, skin, like.
Hey, I pulled this clump of hair out of the last hag I killed. Do you want it?
Wait a second.
Oh.
I have the most brilliant idea. Okay. So let me set up the shop and you all pretend to be customers to draw in more business and we can collect more information that way. So we can rack up some quick business.
You want to speak? Actually, that sounds like a really good idea because I was really curious. It would look mighty suspicious if there was like a fortune telling shop with like 6 people working it.
I mean, Saki just points over to like a bench on the street and it's like, I was just going to go over there and, take a seat. I wasn't going to stand next to the stall.
If that's what you want to do, actually, hold on, give me a moment. Am I getting stared at? Because I remember I look kind of unique for the location. My bitch is peeping at me. Am I drawing
Our
attention
bitch is peeping
unnecessary?
at me. It's definitely you do notice just when you're out and about, on your day-to-day in most places, that you do definitely catch a bit of an eye from the common folk, who are just like, hang on. Huh? It's not in like a particularly suspicious way from most folk. It's more just like, beastkin are not common. People generally don't really know your origins or, you know, much about
Like
you.
how
Or
people
even...
looked at me while I was in cosplay and walking to the con.
Well,
No.
okay. Well, I'm noticeable. So when
Yeah.
when there's a moment, when if I can find like an alley to dip into, or if not like my not applying to
No.
my party, but if
You don't have to. I'll just dip away. I'm the least noticeable here. I'm the
no, give me a
smallest.
fucking minute. When there's a moment, not in the party that civilians aren't looking, I'm gonna like dip into a back alley and like drop my form. I can do that, right? If I'm understanding, I can just
Yeah.
appear like a human. Cool.
Yeah, no, your
Oh.
hybrid shape certainly can drop. Back where you're from, it's not really like a weird thing to just be in your hybrid shape. That's your like normal form, right? But yeah, in other places, people give beastkin like curious looks, because again, y'all are not common. People don't really know what to think of you. Whether you're like, I don't know, has that person got werewolf blood in them? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valley will just kind of like reappear, literally looking pretty much identical, minus the fact that now she has normal ears, no horns, and her nose is a little more like, it's like a button nose, it's less of a rabbit nose, and her hands are just
Hands.
she got a good manicure. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy, I swear to fuck, I'ma cook you like fried chicken.
Fucking
right.
Right, Budgie.
Can I use my alter ego dedication to assume a role as well, so I can disguise myself?
For sure. That is kind of, as mentioned before, it's got to be like a person, any person of just like some random unassuming dude, but like a person you've observed for an hour within recent days. So you'd have to like, you know, pick some Joe Schmo and watch him for a little bit, but you can totally assume an identity today, no problem.
Can I fuse together like multiple people to create like a new person in assume a role?
Let me give a little look-see at the alter ego here in a moment, but its requirements.
Oh no, I can go. It was just on my
Yeah,
phone.
it's not. It's less, but it's like a specific person and more like a person of a role. So, like, it is just like some Joe Schmo, like a stall vendor or a blacksmith. But yeah.
So I can't become like a sexy lady.
Sexy lady, perhaps is a role, depending on where you are. But yeah, no, you'd need to be observing particular type of individual.
At a certain establishment, but like.
But yeah, no.
Could I become Dahlia? Because Dahlia's not going to be herself.
Again, it's
With
not
the ears and everything.
It's not a specific person that you assume the role of. It's
right.
A role. Like,
a role of like
priest, cult member,
tall,
cleaner,
sexy person like Dahlia.
A profession.
A profession.
Sexy rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. Or a sexy bartender.
Yeah, sexy bartender.
Listen, it's not me. Sex sells. I just want to get as much information as possible.
No, absolutely. Like,
here, you know?
look, the role of sexy tavern keep is a valid role, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't lose your charisma score when you take on your disguise. It's just that it is a relatively like nondescript person disguise. Like, yeah, like.
And we all know there's nothing sexier than a high charisma score.
Yeah. Certainly.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, no, you can certainly like, you know, spend an hour down like at a local bar and keep an eye on the barkeep
Yeah.
down over
Okay,
there,
so-
and
Yeah, so
try
here's the
to
plan.
put
Like,
on a roll.
why don't we have the party just split up and scout the area, and we'll
Mhm.
all meet back here. I'll set up the stall, and you all pretend to be customers, and we'll draw some attention from
Sure
the
thing.
local townsfolk and try to get some information going.
Should we split up in pairs though, in case like somebody gets nabbed or kidnapped or? I
Okay,
don't know.
I'm with not Dahlia.
Wow. All right. Listen, I have. Never mind. I'll go with whoever fucking trusts me. Jesus Christ.
Saki will walk over towards Dahlia. It's like, I'll go with you.
No, it's
Thank
just
you.
because we stand out too much.
I'm looking normal. I just. You're not so much just a human now.
Oh, she already changed? I
Yeah.
thought she said she
Yeah.
was going to change
Too
later.
bad. I'm already with Saki. You lost a chance.
Okay, that's fine.
I need to make the joke though. Oh yeah, let's put the people with the worst intelligence together.
No, Saki's got
Hey,
great
Shansei
intelligence.
also didn't want to
great
go with
intelligence.
Saki because
I'll
Shansei
have you
thinks-
know.
Saki's
It's
an
really
intelligence
bad at it.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just have really bad wisdom.
Mhm.
yeah.
We're balanced then, because I got decent wisdom, so we're good.
She's barely holding on to her soul with that
Yeah.
-1 charisma, but you know, there's
Well,
no
it's
presence.
The charisma. It's the charisma we're not good at together,
Mhm.
but that'll be fine. Don't worry. We're a couple of tall babes.
Saki
Okay, so
has.
Dahlia and Saki are going together.
Sa- Saki
where's the
may,
rest of
in
us?
fact, be quite pretty, but she has no aura.
She got no riz. Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See, I don't need a high charisma score. The accent does it for me.
So true.
Mhm. So I'll set y'all into little groups here. What's our second group of 2?
I don't care who I go with. I am fine. I just don't want to go with Dahlia or Saki, and they're already paired
You've
up,
been
so.
talking about wanting to have a few in-character interactions with V, so
Mhm.
That's true.
There we go.
That makes sense.
Works with me. Which would mean our final group is Arla and O'Hara.
Probably the most reasonable group
Mhm.
that I've seen.
They're the only ones who actually get anything done.
Yeah. Between the two of them, they have decent intelligence, great wisdom, and great charisma.
God, there's our house party. This will be interesting. I'll be right back. So I got pee.
Mhm.
this is literally Team Moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a terrible job of splitting up these parties.
It's going great. It's going great.
Yeah, I feel like Arla and O'Hara are gonna come back to the meeting spot, and then everyone else is not.
Hey, so we
Everyone
already
is dead.
found them and took care of them. So
The problem is over, actually.
Before finding good reason to go with Dahlia,
Mhm.
Saki was about to go over to that bench that she mentioned before and go lay down on it.
And Saki laid down for 1 week.
we checked on her daily.
Made sure she had water, food. Didn't need to
That's
crack
a
the window. She
recharge.
was in the open.
Yeah.
Eventually, Saki stopped thinking.
That's the
Oh my gosh, is that
recharge. It's
JoJo's
hard
reference?
being alive.
She's like, guys, I'm just done with it. I'm gonna rot for a bit.
What a mood.
I'm going to rot for a bit. Isn't there for a session and misses all of the important shit.
Yeah.
If it helps at all, I saw a spot where I could have started divulging backstory stuff and then went, no, Miz is not here yet.
Yippee!
It's great. But yeah, let's go from top to bottom here with like what our different groups are doing in the next
Okay, so I'm
hour.
last.
I see what you did there. First, Saki and Dahlia, what is your plan for the hour while y'all try to figure some shit out?
Oh, is Chloe back yet?
Oh, no. Then, let's start the opposite order. Oh, Never mind.
Bottom.
Start back where we were starting.
Plan foiled. Plan foiled.
Dahlia and Saki.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing. I was like, we were planning an org. Darn. No, I'm kidding. All right. Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, what are you two gonna be doing for the hour while the party is kind of trying to figure stuff out before they reconvene and try to put up a fortune-telling stall or some such thing?
I have the feat, streetwise.
So you do.
Which should help here.
Mm-hmm.
So lets me use society modifier instead of diplomacy modifier to gather information.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than actually walking around and talking to people, Saki is literally just letting Dahlia sort of lead her around.
Mm-hmm.
And as she's walking, she's just taking in the sights and taking note of stuff that was mentioned before about like alleys, strange looking buildings, like strange establishments that may feel sort of out of place, sort of stuff like that.
For sure. And yeah, it's the same sort of information you could do a thing. The DC is usually higher, but you know the information without spending time gathering it. If you fail, you still subsequently attempt to gather information normally. Very cool. Well, I'll first take a society roll from you, see what you come out with, and we will reconvene with what you learn all together kind of at the end after we've figured out everyone's actions.
Okay. Wait, so am I rolling now or are we just waiting?
You can roll now or later. Doesn't matter either way.
Okay, I'll just do it later so we can move on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Then Dahlia, what is your part in
Well,
this?
obviously I'm gonna take a moment to have an in-character moment here with Saki because I don't get those very often, but also to be useful as well. I have a really good perception score, so I'm just gonna be looking around for anything that like draws my attention. Perhaps.
Totally. Cool. Noted.
But while we're walking, Scully's just gonna kind of be like, while she's, scanning and sniffing and all that. She's just gonna be like, I meant like me, the player, but.
Sorry, expression.
Saki, where are you from?
Saki, like when you ask that, she's locked the fuck in, like scribbling in her book, like nose down in her book, scanning her surroundings, nose back down in her book, or in her journal writing. And when you ask that, she like trips up on herself, like you like you hear the pencil lead like snap, and she looks up and it's like, that's a really good question. I'm not sure. And she thinks initially about like talking around it, and then just looks at Dahlia in the eye and is like, I don't know. Just comes fully clean that she has no idea.
Oh, well, first of all, here, give Saki a new pencil. I'm assuming she has writing implements.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't take you for, well, I guess I should have taken you for the overly focused type. I'm sorry. Well, shit. Is it more like you don't know your birthplace because you got taken away when you were a baby or like you moved? Or is it more like a tree fell on your head or something like that kind of situation? You got amnesia or something?
Maybe a mixture of the two. It's fuzzy. That's the reason why I have this. And she points to the journal and sort of flips back in the pages and briefly like flashes some of it to Dahlia, not wanting to give away too much, but shows that it's just like notes of places she's been and like things that she thinks. And it just all looks like nonsense chicken scratch. Like some of it you're able to make out words, but it's a lot.
Yeah, can I roll a perception check to see if I catch anything? Is that allowed? That's up to you.
Sure. Yeah.
Of all those words.
I would say nothing too crazy. Just like you notice a lot of notes about people that she's around. Definitely has an interest in people, whether or not she understands them very well. But and the other thing I have is this, and she shows off her left arm, or like her left sort of shoulder and arm, and pulls back her like sleeveless shirt a bit to show that it goes like to the back of her shoulder as well. And there's the her living tattoo of what is it called? Memoir map. Yeah.
Oh, I almost took that. Glad I know. Glad I didn't. I steal your role as a tank. I steal your tattoo. Saki kind of like looks Saki.
I steal your character's name.
What the hell?
I steal you.
All right, let me go roll a new character real quick. Obvious, we can't be wearing the same thing.
Sped up virtual insanity, like move forward, followed by the fucking Akuma.
Talia looks kind of like surprised, but not like in like a overly way. I was like, oh that's a cool tattoo. That's a matter of fact. I'll have to ask for your artist. Shit. Okay.
she points to herself when you say that.
Talia definitely like looks like she's like stumbling over herself now. First of all, that's some incredible work. Second of all, I'm awfully sorry you don't remember where you're from. And, I'm trying not to laugh at the memes channel in the Discord, you know. But I see that definitely explains why you're so glued to the book. Shit, I don't know what to say other than and you got no memory how that happened to you?
There's inklings of it, but nothing concrete. That's why I was asking about the dragons when we talked to Glimmer.
That is what I meant to ask. I got distracted about the tattoo. So you think it's got something to do with the dragon? Them pesky little creatures. Well, they're not little, nor they're not that pesky. They're more horrifying.
Saki sort of tilts her head and is like, is there a reason you're so nervous?
I'm not nervous. I've just listen, I come from like a really small town, and when you know everybody for so long and suddenly you're in a bunch of with a bunch of strangers, it's kind of weird. Oh, and also I didn't even know that I stood out, you know, until recently. So I'm still getting used to things that. I'm not nervous, I'm more just stupid.
Gets a chuckle out of Saki. It's like, I'm sure you're fine. It'll be a matter of getting used to things. Hopefully you can find things comfortable in our group.
Yeah, you are a bunch of weirdos. Not like in a rude way or anything. You are in an eclectic group of individuals. So that helps. And also just absolutely no offense. Like I said, I was originally just traveling with all of the broom. Sean Sway especially seemed rather adverse to my joining up. And now I'm here, and I really hope I'm not stepping on toes or anything. I feel kind of bad because I was just supposed to escort y'all, and then suddenly I was talking to the jewel hand, and suddenly I'm involved. So, and you guys are involved in some weird shit. Like you got a noble woman traveling with her. There's something about zombies and a kobold. Y'all are looking for people left and right. There's a changeling, which that doesn't really bother me none. I just didn't I feel bad that, I'm just suddenly in on y'all's business is all. And I can't really talk about my business that much, legally.
I think that's fine. I think secrets are okay, as long as, they're not harmful. And I'm assuming, based on your personality... No, go on.
Well, it would be, it's kind of reverse. It'd be more harmful if you did know, because then the group of people who are looking for this seed would be rather upset if too much information got out. I'm already putting mine and y'all's neck on the line by letting y'all know about the seed. So,
I was so ready for her to just come out with yeah, well, you see, it's kind of one of those well, if I told you, then I'd have to kill you kind of things.
Yeah. I wouldn't have to kill you. I mean, maybe it'd be what you preferred, though. I don't know, depending on how stir crazy you get. Anyways.
Ominous.
Well, perhaps some things better left unsaid.
That's what I think so. In that case, I kind of apologize for prying. I was just rather curious is all. Because I have to be so closed up about my business, it's totally understandable that you'd want to do the same with yours. But thank you for being so forthcoming, as much as you could be, at least.
Of course, I think curiosity is pretty natural, so there's no harm in it.
This is true. Well, I'm looking forward to working with you. And she kind of turns to start walking again, and just as an aside, see, trying to make conversation. So you got a favorite color?
I missed that.
Last time.
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh, do you have a favorite? Oh, so do you have a favorite color?
I'm just making conversation.
Yeah.
It's blue, definitely. I mean, look at her.
Actually, it's pink.
Well, favorite color. It's a bit complicated, and the scene fades out on Saki rattling about the exact hex code of what her favorite color would be.
Thank you for putting up with me, Miss.
No, that's awesome. I love her. I love Dahlia.
I need the full exact name of the specific shade.
Now I'm curious.
I'll
on a
cook
mission.
it.
Yeah, I'm on a mission. I'm collecting the group's favorite color.
Oh, you like colors? Name all of them. Saki proceeds to do so.
one letter of the hex code at a time.
0, 0, 0, 0, F. And yeah, then we, for now, move down to the next pair in the line with Shangshui and V. We know what Shangshui is doing during this hour as she's spending the hour requisite time.
Okay, well, I have an idea for that because once again, I need to observe a sexy bartender or a tavern wench, but I cannot reveal my identity, obviously. So, V, could you possibly carry me around and go into the tavern and find the hottest barkeep you can and chat her up while I watch So,
Raise up a woman.
Yeah, raise up a woman while I watch, so I can observe her, and you have to
Yes,
keep her attention,
absolutely.
so I can
Do
really
I
get in
just-
all the details.
Do I have to just hold you, or do I have to like have you next to me? Can I just like hold you on a pillow in front of me, or just like, do they see you?
Listen, like, I don't know. Do
you
you want me to watch? Like, what is...
You just need to observe, right?
I just need to observe. Do you want... No, I wanted to ask, do you want me to record? I don't think I have that functionality.
Unfortunately, it's a
Yeah,
higher
yeah.
level spell.
Dress
Than you've got,
up.
yeah.
A woman, the more you can get her to talk about herself and, like, you know, show her body for my purposes
For scientific
of,
purposes
you know,
only.
Yes, for my purposes of being able to disguise as her or as someone like her.
As
the
someone
better.
Okay.
approximating her vibes. Yes.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
We're doing this not for, well, we have ulterior motives, but
Yeah.
it's different ulterior motives.
For
not
subterfuge.
for sex
For
motives.
science.
For subterfuge motives, yeah, for
Yes.
science.
so with that said, Shanksui does just need to observe. It doesn't necessarily say you need to see them. I don't believe in the activity, but you need to observe them. I would assume that visuals are a part of that, though. I feel like
Put you on a salad like you're the centerpiece.
commoners are not the most perceptive in the world, so this won't be particularly hard for you, Shangsui, but I will ask that you roll stealth since you're trying to avoid notice. Let me pull up
Okay,
the stat roll.
can I hero point?
Absolutely you can, if you believe it's a necessary thing to do.
Okay. How's that?
Yeah, certainly from this tavern wench in the area.
I'll just look like a bundle of things under the cloth here.
Yeah, you're like in a pack, peering out from the darkness. Your little eyes, like beady little, like glowing orbs. No one sees you though, at least as far as you know. Certainly not her.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I do ask V, like, hey, V, are you okay with doing this plan? And how good are you at, you know, charming a lady?
What's your Riz stat?
Yeah, what's
Got a decent diplomacy, nice charisma.
Yeah, she'd be okay with it, and like.
Can I cast guidance on her to help?
Sure. I have 0 Riz. V probably has a lot.
Yeah, there are like.
Well, you have the time to really, you know, think about how you're gonna do that Riz.
I hear the king has a new advisor.
There is a like time limit to guidance. It only lasts until the start of like your next turn. It's not just something that applies until, until it works.
Then I'll make sure to cast it right when she starts talking.
Do I have to like? Do I have to actually talk someone up, or do I roll something?
No.
Okay, wait. Let me use telekinetic hand or telekinetic hand to like happen to knock something over so that
you have an excuse to start talking.
One of the girls comes over to come talk to V.
Yeah, easy. Easy enough, certainly. As you no, something fell over. So someone.
Oh no!
Tavern wench walks over, etc., etc. Of course, this is a check to make an impression. This is a diplomacy roll for V here, to keep someone's rapt attention for, you know, a good hour. This is an ordinary person. This isn't someone that's like, you know, got an incredible will or anything like that. But, you know, she's works in a tavern. She's used to people trying to chat her up, certainly. So it's not going to be an easy check, which is just to say that there's a +2 to her, like, you know, the DC to reach, because this is a hard DC thing rather than, you know, normal, because she's used to people trying to do this.
Yeah.
She has a circumstance bonus to ignore schmoozers. Yeah, diplomacy. DC is 15. We've got a +7, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Oh my god, I'm gonna reroll that.
Hey, 18.
Hey.
For sure. So yeah. You know, I feel like I should like pull out a character for this, but I don't have a tavern wench in my mind ready to go. So
Tavern wench TM.
yeah, pretty much. This is something that I just didn't have, and my brain is not on the make up a lady on the fly mode right now for this particular situation. So unfortunately, there won't be a whole lot of details in my returning conversation, but yeah, probably about your age, maybe a little bit younger. You're like mid-20s, right? So she's probably similar. Human tavern wench in the kind of local area. You kind of chat, and yeah, you have a totally like pleasant conversation. She's been working here for a couple years. You know, her friend's family kind of runs the place, and she didn't really want to get into the family business. And you know, you just kind of have a chat for a little while. It goes well. She's friendly towards
Yay.
you now at this point.
I made a friend.
Yeah. Up to you if there's any like eyelash fluttering, or if it's just a friendly chat. It doesn't really matter. But hey, you made a friend, certainly at the very least. And yeah, we have succeeded in keeping someone's attention long enough for Shangshui to kind of figure out, oh yeah, no, this is how I can pretend to be like a cute tavern wench, kind of girly.
Yeah, I learned how to become an e-girl.
Yeah.
It's all over now.
Absolutely. And yeah, you can do so, and you'll be able to later take a circumstance bonus on the impersonate ability to take on such a role as this. So, GG. Thumbs up. That ability is now active for you within the next like 3 days.
Awesome.
Nice. We did it.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, so I whispered to V, like, hey, carry me somewhere, and then I can change into...
You can get your
Like,
disguise
carry me
ready.
somewhere, like, that is not, like, right next to them. You know, I'm not going to change into the exact person, but I can assume the role.
And it's like not
Of, you
something
know,
you,
a,
yeah, you can find a spot. Let me see
you know,
how long.
a
Yeah, it's exploration. It's just a
attractive lady of the, you know, employee service variety.
Set you on a fruit platter far in the corner.
So yeah, when you do this, it's something that you'll take like 10 minutes to do. Took the full hour to like,
Yeah.
you know, get this
Observe.
observed. So yeah, basically once the party like reconvenes, you'll have like 10 minutes to like put your stuff on. No worries about finding a spot for it. But yeah, once the party convenes, that's when we'll do that.
I just did want to talk to V a little bit and be like, how do I look?
Yeah. We can say you put it on now, and that's fine if you want to have a little chat, little role play.
Yeah.
Sure. So, like, I changed into the disguise to the assumed role, and I kind of like, you know, V, we don't actually have a chance to talk that often. Not that I really care too much, but I do wonder why you're still around. You seem to me like you were sort of like Lane's lady in waiting, almost. What's
kinda, like-
your motive in, you know, keeping up with all of this?
She kind of like crosses her arms a little bit and leans back a little at like the lady in waiting comment. And she's just like, well, we were some of the first ones to meet when this all started happening. I feel like I just felt so entangled in all of it. I wanted to fix things, and I feel like I was there when it started. I want to be where it ends, and I suppose I'm not tied up in all of it as choosing to see where it all falls. Maybe curiosity, something along those lines.
Curious about what exactly? How the story ends?
I believe so. Yes, I'd like to just see where all the chips fall, I suppose.
And what, pray tell, does that story have for you? Where are you trying to get to?
Not home, I suppose. Anywhere that isn't Grillia. Well, Milkisgoodmaam, not Grillia.
Is there... What's the way to put this? Anywhere you would want to go instead, though? You just mentioned not there, and I know how it feels to be not wanting to go back to where you were born, but what would be, I guess, the ideal place for you to get to?
Shoot, I need a new BuzzFeed quiz for this. um, she kind of thinks for a little bit. I don't know, I feel like I've always liked stormy places, but not snow, just perhaps rain. Maybe a forest somewhere, but on a mountain with a view, perhaps? I don't know. She looks like she's really thinking about it.
Yeah. Shangswei stretches and leans against the wall in her new assumed role body and kind of like looks over as well. Since we have some time before the others get back, is there anything you wanted to ask me? We've been traveling together for a while here, and I still feel like I don't have much of a read on you.
That does feel true. I do suppose we don't talk very much. Perhaps we could, yes, do a 20 questions doesn't exist here, but what if it does?
Why wouldn't it?
You're right.
Let's go.
We derailed the entire episode. Just,
Just you know,
2
like a
hours
blind
talking.
date. Just like, hello, I'm ahead. You're a noble one.
You're ahead of
How's it
what,
going?
huh?
Ha! Not funny.
But yeah, V would just kind of be like, I would actually ask you something similar. I know you're trying to find your body, but where would you like to end up at the end of this with that body?
You know, I never really thought about that. I guess this whole thing for me has been about taking revenge and getting back at the person who betrayed me and took everything from me. And I don't know, I feel like as long as he pays for his crimes, I guess I never really thought where I would be after that.
That does make sense. Make it to that point and then figure it out after. Any sort of broad plan? Do you wish to go back to what you had been before? Perhaps adventuring?
Oh, no. Back to the circus, back to... No. And I don't think my hometown would welcome me if I ever went back either.
Is there a reason for that? If you don't mind me prying?
I think you've spoken enough. Well, oh, look, there's Arla.
Speaking of,
Arla.
reverse 1 hour. Arla and O'Hara, what are these two getting up to for their hour of information gathering?
I think that Arla would logically sort of try to think about like the sort of things that a shambling corpse could leave behind, and try to see if she can find anything.
For sure.
I don't know. She maybe might be making assumptions about what they could leave behind, but
there certainly is a number of things that a shambling corpse might leave behind. That is for certain. But let's see, if there is anything. Let me just pull up the check. I believe this would be kind of more survival, but let me just double check. GM screen. Skill actions. Yeah, this is I feel a track check to find things that something may have left behind. It's more for when you're like exploring and such, but it is in fact something that kind of does take an hour roughly, as you kind of traipse around the area, and as such you're going to be getting some help here from O'Hara. And so I'll roll their roll first, just to see if you're gonna get an extra bonus to this, but and bonus being yeah. So yeah, you'll add a +1 to your survival for this here, as you're trying to find some tracks about any undeads. So it would be a 14.
Yeah.
You do have hero points if you would like to spend.
Yeah.
Up to
So
a
16.
16.
Better.
Yeah. As you do wander around for a little while, you're not finding tracks quite so much, but there is like a conversation you overhear, a different group than Shangswei kind of heard on the way over, but like just like people chatting like, man, really must be weird times, tough times. There's been a couple drunks walking around town lately, just people shambling. Not that I've recognized him or anything, just weirdos, you know?
Okay. I think Arla would approach these people.
Let me just post what everyone's activity is.
Looking for corpses!
Mm-hmm.
This is very on brand for Arla.
Yeah, this is what she does most of her time.
For corpses.
Yeah. Half elf and human, just kind of chitting and chatting, stood by the like docks kind of nearby, a little bit further north of this area, kind of just like looking out to the bog, having a bit of a drink. Seemed to be kind of, well, middle-aged-ish. Certainly the human. Elf's probably, or half-elf's probably a similar age to them, but looks a little younger.
Okay. Arla's going to approach and basically just say like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overhear. I'm looking for someone who, I think there's a chance you might have just described them. When did you see these drunks?
One of them, the human, just kind of balding a little, kind of shrugs and something like, I don't know, should have been about 3-4 days ago. I've been seeing him around before that, but I guess we skipped town. Glad for it, too.
Was there any sort of specific place that they were wandering? It's been a few days, unfortunately.
I can't really say I was paying all that much attention, but they're certainly all around here. And this is kind of my usual haunt, down by a tavern over yonder. Kind of points to where V and Shangswei are currently in. But saw him kind of looking out to this way, kind of motions towards the bog a couple of times. They were with a buddy of theirs, little fella.
is going to go. That sounds about right. Thank you, and just going to walk away so that she can talk to O'Hara.
Mm-hmm. Kind of hear like weirdo. Yeah, O'Hara just like.
It's fine, whatever. My feelings aren't hurt.
Yeah. You gather anything?
It sounds like they found the corpses, mistook them for some drunk people. They described having a little guy with them, so I'm assuming that's the kobold.
Yeah, no, that kind of tracks. My only question is, we've heard a few times now, people not realizing that it's corpses wandering around. I don't really know how you'd miss that.
As far as Arla knows, is there any sort of... Because she would be aware of, like, magic that can disguise things, but would she be aware if there was any sort of limitations on it being cast on, like, corpses or things like of that nature?
Not that Arla would be aware of, depending on the magic casting, whether it's illusions or other such things.
It's possible it could be magic. Could also just be people seeing them when it's dark out.
A lot of cologne and makeup.
Yeah. I mean, if you think someone's drunk, they're probably already going to smell pretty bad, so...
Well, it definitely seems like we're in the right spot, at least.
Yes, they mentioned that, they were sometimes seen looking out towards... and then she just points in the direction that she was pointed in.
That's... a whole lake. But good to know.
Yeah, hard to know if it means anything, but worth noting, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all we'll be able to really figure out in an hour, at least.
Probably best if we head back.
Yeah. Turn around. See V and a random good-looking tavern wench walking out of the building and point at you. Just as Saki and Dahlia kind of turn the corner. I know that Chloe is currently feeding horrible rancid rats, brackets, cats, but yeah. As everyone does reconvene, we'll take that society check from Saki here. As you've been keeping an eye out on the world.
And Dahlia, that's why I think that this specific shade of sort of emerald blue is the best color. Or my favorite color, excuse me.
Objectively the best.
He rolls that check for you.
You say it a little bit loudly, and you kind of like maybe Saki doesn't notice, but Arla probably would notice. O'Hara just kind of like nod and like write a note down in her little book. Saki likes emerald blue. Got it.
Society. Do you want this blind? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll take a blind roll, please, if you would kindly.
Blind.
Ooh, interesting. Sorry, my inner Alan smiling friends came out. Interesting. Yeah, well, let me quickly read your the ability to gather information once more, just to see what you are. You are trained in society. As such, this would get you on higher DC. Yeah. Okay. Gather information says it takes typically 2 hours. Whatever, this time it takes 1. You're good.
Well, the
Oh yeah, it says
streetwise
that you
in
don't need to do
particular
baton.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
don't need
feet
baton.
negates baton, so you're totally good. You do it in an hour, easy peasy. As such, you do collect information regarding the individual or topic, and you're trained, so it is. Yeah. As you kind of get back, keeping your eyes open, your ears alert while rambling about your hyperfixation color. Total side note. I love that Dahlia has now had a one-on-one conversation with 2 party members, and the conversation has like faded out on said party member just autism hyperfixating about random topics and Dahlia not being able to respond back.
Love this.
You do actually, based on your skill action here, your feet, hear a little bit as you're like kind of gathering these rumors, listening into people, kind of like bending some ears and knowing about folks and what they're around, what's going on around the area. About, I'm not gonna like, it's called, I don't know, it's stuff you kind of aggregate from a number of people, so I'm not gonna like give it a character voice on this one, but you do gather like something about this shaded skull group, something about Drake or the Spark. Some old adventurers kind of have some kind of connection to that word, kind of vaguely. You kind of wander around near the Spark's Rise. You're not like permitted in at this time without like a invitation or membership, right? But people around kind of chatting as you kind of listen in, and yeah, you kind of gather there's some kind of connection from someone called like the Spark and another kind of Drake, which is a name you've kind of heard before. Previous leader of the Diamond Bloods. The other one isn't a name you've really heard before much, but that one is. And place is called Spark's Rise, so it's probably connected somehow, right?
Would make sense.
Yeah, you're not sure what the exact connection is to Shaded Skull. Sounds like they maybe dealt with this group once, like a long time ago. Like, dealt with circa got rid of them.
Wait, so Sparks supposedly got rid of Shaded Skull?
Yeah, you hear some like
Before?
people talking about like old stories and stuff, and yeah, like kind of in and around the times the Diamond Bloods were up to their own shit. It was kind of something else that was kind of happening around that time. Yeah. Seems like whoever this Spark was and Drake were part of the same party.
Alright.
Yeah, only get like a common rumor, right, with being just trained, but yeah. That's pretty certainly useful information, maybe.
Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe. There's a connection here somewhere.
We'll find out.
People are chatting. People like to talk about their local dudes, and especially when you're right by dudes like fucking place, right?
So is Sparks Rise like what is that?
It is
like what is a place?
Kind of a, I hesitate to say Mage's College because it is not one, but it's like a magical hub of sorts. People can go there to get some like magic information, scrolls, and that sort of thing. But primarily it's a place where kind of casters in the area gather, set their workshops up, try to command their own powers. It's less for, wizards and studied mages and more for people that have awoken to power to kind of aggregate and commune with each other. It's something that doesn't happen uncommonly within the bog. They used to be kind of unceremoniously referred to as bog folk when the people that would awake to magic here, but now they are more affectionately referred to as sparks, in reference to, you know, guy who set up the rise. Apparently he knocked down some old sorcery head in the area a while ago and kind of took the spot.
Okay. Assuming she sort of learns that sort of information, like sort of what Sparks Rise, like hears Sparks' name and then knows Sparks Rise is there, and so backtracks her information to figure out what that place is. Now that she knows what it is like her sole side goal to find her way into that place one way or another.
Entire side objective: get in building.
Get in, talk to other people, learn more.
And kind of as you are going around gathering these like rumors, it is something that you're kind of gathering from the vibes of it. And this is something I realize as the GM here, but it hasn't come up like a huge amount in the sessions since you and Toto joined the game, as I recall at least. But it's probably been something that, like, you know, party information being shared between each other and such. Not every conversation is magnifying glassed in on. I will assume that this is something that Saki knows, because something the party had been told previously. So to kind of catch you up on it a little bit, you guys, kind of just before Arla joined, met a kind of old druid dude by the name of Yorn, who apparently was friends with this old adventuring party that had, you know, Drake and Sparks and such in them. And to his knowledge, they were, you know, some 30-ish years ago, all fucking, like, disappeared. Fucking killed by something. Rumors you're gathering, sounds like dude is in the rise.
Okay. Taking note of this.
And yeah, y'all reconvene. Has Dahlia returned? Yes.
Yes, I've been here.
Excellent. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Sparking. Take that perception check from you to kind of like, you know, see if you notice anything weird.
Whoa.
Ooh, 25. Very nice. You, of course, kind of pick up on a lot of the kind of things that Saki's kind of picking up on as well, mostly because they're kind of clearly taking note of it. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing you'd notice just by trying to listen out. You need to be, like, actively trying to source some rumors. But on top of that, kind of as this is going, you're kind of, like, looking around town a little, trying to see if you notice anything else weird. As you're kind of, like, walking around the kind of edge of this, like, wooden platforms, but whereby you're at, you notice, like, very occasional, like, flicker of blue somewhere out in the lake. It's kind of the same color as these, like, 5 burning, like, big blue sconces around Sparks Rise.
Okay.
But it's, like, just, like, something, like, maybe, like, reflecting off the water or something. But it's really only, like, every once in a while, but it catches your eye maybe after you've seen it, like, 2-3 times. And it doesn't really happen again after that, but...
We'll take note of that to mention when we reconvene.
Speaking of such, you reconvene.
Look, we're reconvened.
Hmm.
I hope everyone had a good hour.
Shanksway
can
is
I-
an entirely different bitch.
Yeah, I am not talking to you guys because I need to set up my stall.
Oh,
Should I
right,
roll
right,
like
right.
performance to try and like
Mhm.
gather attention here?
Yeah, for sure. You can roll your performance to, you know, set your stall up and start to try and like gather
Yeah.
attention and such. Go, please.
And
do
can I cast like figment and prestidigitation to try and like, you know, make some little like
Yeah, magical little
fireworks or like poof, yeah.
Yeah, simple illusions and fun sounds and gushes
Yeah,
of wind and
mhm.
such. Totally. Tidy off your little area.
And let's roll performance.
Yeah, 20. As you kind of clear your area, set your little like display up, start like
No. Like
please.
out in a poof of smoke, in a
Mhm.
poof of pink smoke, a stall appears in an alley out of nowhere with a big old sign at the top that says, come one, come all, 1 copper piece for a fortune.
Mhm.
Appearing seemingly out of nowhere. Obviously, it wasn't
sure.
actually out of nowhere.
As your little stall gets...
Anyone care to get your fortune told?
Mhm. You do get some attention by the booth. Someone walks up, clearly kind of spying the stall out from the inside of the gate by the rise. Someone who's looking a little bit more, you know, sparkly, we should say. Kind of like walks over and like, kind of like hand on their chin, like, yes,
Only 1 copper piece.
I would love a fortune told, yes. Yeah, certainly. Puts down like a copper piece. Could you, appraise the fortune of why you're setting up an unlicensed stall?
It's the cops! Scatter!
Oh no. I look over at my reservoir like, help.
It's obviously
Can I
It's like she's trying to signal for help or
can
something.
I use intimidation to say like I'm just a traveling fortune teller and I see terrible omens. I must foretell here. License or not, the people of this town must know to prepare.
Yeah, that sounds like, I'm trying to decide, is this deception or intimidation? I know you're better at deception, and it sounds more like a lie than it is like a intimidation, like coercion thing to me.
Sure.
So yeah, please go ahead and roll.
Okay, let's hero point that.
Mhm.
Okay, and I also, you know, throw down a gold piece and be like, you know, here's your share. And there's more where that's coming from.
Oh.
And we get arrested.
No, hold on. Shang Sui gets arrested.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Kind of like nod kind of solemnly for a short while and say, terrible news, lad, terrible news. And kind of take the gold coin and say, that will cover the legal fees. Tear down the stall, get out of here.
So I can't have the stall. Oh.
Set up in the next alley.
Yeah. All right, boys, let's move.
You know, it's time for me to say that the lady did say they could set up a stall for us. Glimmer was like, if you need a stall,
That's
I got
true.
you.
Kind of this person again. Doesn't
Game
like-
master.
Yeah, this person doesn't like walk away yet. They do just say like, "Look, I appreciate any one of the crafts, just can't set up unlicensed. Figure that out, then you're more than welcome." And then kind of turns around. And walks
Okay,
off.
let's just keep going with the plan because hopefully he's not coming back. He got a gold coin.
That's. I mean, Dahlia raises a good point. We should just ask Glimmer or their attendant.
Yeah, I could probably run back right now.
You have to
and,
walk
like,
all the way back.
See, I can go back and see if they'd let me, like, how fast that would be. It'd probably take like another day or so, but yeah. We could
She did
reconvene.
imply that she was probably expecting a minimum of us taking a week, so...
Yeah, that's true. And I can keep this disguise at least for the next 3 days.
Mhm. And it
So I can go-
wouldn't be hard to kind of, observe someone again sooner to the time and such, and get a similar disguise going.
Yeah. Well, it could be a similar disguise, so I could be someone else entirely next time.
Never catch me if they can't recognize me!
Yeah, it's true.
Like, what is
Same
with
guy
people under
arresting you.
stalls?
Mm.
Yeah, considering how quickly he was on you, it was like a fly on like a unchecked banana.
It's okay. I'll get my revenge on him next time.
I don't think, like, listen, you were legally in the wrong, so there's no need for revenge. God, do you like? There's like some fucking.
I
dog
see a terrible fortune befalling this man.
Ay, Jesus. It's like, there's like, he don't exist here. I don't know my gods, to be real, but they, never mind. Alright, well, I say we go back and see about getting our stall legally set up, and we could also, like, sit down and talk about what we've gathered in the past hour.
Yeah, and
All right.
if that's the plan, then yeah, y'all wander on over back up towards the Devil's Due, enter the storefront, and are greeted by the kind of elderly human attendant, who kind of gives you a little polite bow and says, "How did your excursion go? Did you learn anything useful?"
Yeah, I learned that licensing is a bitch.
Yeah, we did say we'd be happy to cover any capital. Did you incur a fee?
Yes, 1 gold.
Ah, paltry. Kind of reaches into a small pouch and just hands the gold back to you.
Good.
Now you don't need to get your revenge. Yeah,
No.
we got
No,
some.
it's a principle thing.
It's not a principle if you were never mind. So right, we need to uncover some. I saw some stuff. We should. You said that we can do some planning here. I'm assuming it hasn't been too terribly long. We don't got no rooms yet, but if you could show us to a place where we could like discuss our findings, that'd be fantastic.
Certainly. I'll bring you to the meeting room where you met Lady Glimmer. That should do for a planning room. And I'll make sure to arrange some refreshments.
Thank you. And if you could find a way to get a stall set up for Shungsway here so we could like gather information legally, that'd be great.
Not an issue. I shall be on it post-haste.
Wonderful.
I would expect it to take not much longer than the morrow to have a license in hand.
Well, look at that. Like, kind of grins at Shungsway like, see, following the rules.
Bee just has her face in her hands, kind of just watching everything.
I'll be honest, Shungsway, I'm really starting to like her.
Dahlia's beaming.
Looks over at Shungsway to see the tennis court response.
Chancellor like rolls her eyes.
Careful,
Shangsway is not lawful.
Certainly.
Certainly not. I don't know if she's chaotic, but she's certainly not
Oh,
lawful.
she's chaotic neutral 1000%.
No, I don't feel like she's quite that chaotic.
Perhaps true neutral.
All the noises.
I would give her a true neutral. I think that's fair.
No, leaning chaotic, like
A little bit
know.
chaotic, but not quite all the
Yeah.
way.
Mm-hmm.
A chaotic personality, but a neutral moral code.
Yeah.
My morals are loose, gray.
My morals are ambivalence.
Money's good. My morals.
Money is good. Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of leads you back to the well meeting room where you were at. And says, are there preferences for refreshments? Foods, drinks?
As long I don't mind as long as that maybe like some nuts and some vegetables would be great. I was a little lacking last time.
I'll bring a vegetable board.
If you have anything for the for my owl bear.
Certainly, I'll bring a prime steak, uncooked, of course.
Electo appears out of nowhere.
Does she
Raw
want a
steak,
prime
you said?
steak?
She- anything raw is great.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
Changshui is too focused. If she had nails, she'd be biting them as she's trying to like plan what's her next steps. She's frustrated that she couldn't get enough information today.
Fancy little meat slices, please.
Another board.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, I will be back then. And of course, while in this establishment, we wish for you to be comfortable. So, assume whatever shape one might. He kind of looks
okay.
towards Dahlia, saying like, you're probably more comfortable with your ears out.
They like I don't know how this looks, but I don't know if there's like a set way for how this looks, but her ears look like her hair maybe looked a little bit bigger, and then all of a sudden like her ears
Unfurled.
like stop disguising as hair and just
The antlers are just like these 4 big fucking like ahoge anime like, fucking idiot points.
no no those just kind of like rematerialize or pop back up. I don't know. I'll think of this more, but I do like to think that her ears hide in her hair.
No, for sure.
She kind of stretches. Oh, thank you.
And yeah, he heads out and then comes on back shortly with a variety of foodstuffs for folk, and along with more water and wine, and stands by the kind of doorway on the inside where you all are. And as I am to be your liaison on this task, I hope you don't mind if I sit in on the conversation.
Dahlia shrugs and looks at everybody. Anybody got any problems with that?
I don't think so.
Changshui is slightly suspicious, but she can't really say no because these people are providing
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Well, I assume that we were probably going to end up sharing most of what we found with your employer anyways, so...
Oh wait,
Yeah,
Changshui can bite her nails because she's like
She's biting
in
that
a
one
disguise,
bucket
yeah.
nails.
Biting her fake stick-on nails that are attached to like a like sack hand that is being filled with psychic energy. Yeah. There's a reason that your disguise has the concentrate trait on it. Yeah, no, you kind of just stands there in the entryway and hands placed like one atop the other, just behind his back. Damn near like a statue.
I hope he knows a good masseuse, because that can't be good for the spine. Alright, so who wants
On the
to
contrary, good posture is wonderful for the spine.
Oh shit, I've gotta teach me that shit. Alright, so, clap hands together. are we starting now? I think we're starting now. Anybody got, unless the god says we're done for the night, but who wants to start?
We didn't find out anything yet.
Alright, so nobody go on it
V
all at
just
once.
like, I made a friend.
I made a friend. I have no Riz, but apparently I have Riz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
V's got
I have
plus
friend
7
Riz.
Riz.
Yay.
That's a lot of Riz, babe.
Thank you.
That's a quote. It's full of them.
Wow, babe, your Riz is so cool. That's so poggers of you.
Alright, I'm heading out. Good night.
D&D is over.
Wow, that was so skibbity of you.
Alright, well, it's been great. I'm gonna go swallow lead. Bye.
Yeah, that's fair.
No. Thank God, Saki's talking.
Well, from what I've heard, I believe at least parts of this group, V and Arla at the very least, would be familiar with the names Sparks and who was the Diamond Blood
Drake.
and Drake.
That does sound familiar, actually. I think, was it the... I remember Drake. That was mentioned, like, way back, wasn't it?
Quite a while back, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like when we were dealing with the undead and the city when we still had Brunhilde with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were mentioned kind of again when y'all met Yorn.
Yeah, that was it.
I was gonna say, and Arla joined when Yorn.
Was around.
Just when Yorn.
Yeah, when Yorn.
When Yorn.
Well,
Arla and him are homies.
from the sounds of it, their group, or perhaps just Sparks themselves, took care of the Skull group in the past. So this is a resurfacing of them, if I am to understand what I learned. Also, Sparks is said to be in the aptly named Sparks Rise, so it is possible to still ask them questions directly, although I assume that would be difficult.
Interesting.
I see.
Changsui kind of like leans in closer on the table, but it causes her disguise to kind of just like flop over on the table. Because it's just an orb.
It's really funny.
Leans forward like
a sock puppet.
and then just
Yeah.
Just like a Barbie doll just falling forward so you didn't balance them well.
It's like one of those fucking stuffed like dummies that we use with NSP videos.
I imagine it's more like one of the like models in game, like when the textures just
Gmod
don't
fucking-
fit right. And it's just like
Yeah.
Ragdolled.
Probably just
Got hit by a
Flop
fisher
around.
just Yeah, no, Tip of Scales runs on the creation engine. It's well known. That market stall incident was very stop right there, criminal scum.
Violated the law.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
capitalism.
Hey, we
yeah, I
can
tried
reply.
capitalism, but it didn't work.
You hit the bribe button and he said,
I
I'll look the
know.
other way this time. Don't do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So, we think that them Spark individuals are involved in some way, since they, took care of the undead bitches before, or the bitches running the bitches.
Yes.
Got it.
You've slowly changed from Southern Belle to backwoods. Like, I love it.
It is in constant conflux. These two accents, which are mildly indistinguishable, but
I love it.
it's going back and forth. Well, not nearly as illuminating, sorta, but I did see. I think there might be something in the bog, or something like reflecting against it. There was like it wasn't consistent, nor was it common, nor frequent, but this like blue glittering light coming from the bog, and it's similar to the ones like the lamps here, the street lamps I run. So there's a good chance there's something under the water.
So-
The water.
Saki squints a little inquisitively for a second. It just asks, "Are you sure it wasn't the reflections of the lamps?"
It could have been, but I'm gathering that it was not. That was not the case. That like it since I noticed. But is there a chance it could have been?
You don't think so? Based on the fact that it didn't seem to be coming from the surface of the water?
And it was daytime. It was daytime, right?
It was just the fact that Dahlia said, like, it's the same sort of lights as the street lights that Saki went,
Also, point of order, not street lights, but large, like, blue, flaming, like, sconces atop these 5 pointed towers around the walls of Sparks Rise.
Okay,
They're large, burning blue flames, like the ones that were outside of other town name, which is completely escaping me right now. Place you were at before, Old Ashton. Before some of us were, of course, in the group still, but yeah, around that whole town there were similar kind of sconces around, and it was a very magical town.
I was gonna say Connie did clock that, but Arla was not there, so.
Yeah.
so like, more like the when that Sparks Rise building you were talking about, those lights, and also it's daytime, so it'd be kind of hard for them to reflect, and it seemed more like it was coming from up underneath. Rather, I know I'm stupid, but I got good eyes.
Okay.
Cool.
When you said you thought there was something under the water, Arla immediately put her hands in her face, like her face in her hands, and was like,
"Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like bogs or swimming?"
No, it would be the second time that something was in a bog.
Oh right, I think y'all
bog.
mentioned that.
It does kind of occur to you, like, this is all boglands. It's the same boglands.
Oh god, is it the same bog?
Yeah, it kinda is.
Oh, this is how we find out. We just throw Shunk's way into it again.
Oh no!
Yeah, like,
That's
annoying,
that's
I haven't said anything too bad today.
That's what Shunk says.
It's in a good
Shunk
orb.
says as she goes into the bog. Just, oh no.
yeah, like, for the,
Oh, no.
for the
Here we go again.
for the culture. This whole, like, dark blue, like, zone here is bog.
Oh.
Oh.
I figured as much.
Well, those lights could certainly be something to check out.
We'll
I
certainly
know
want
it's...
to find a way in, because unless people are just putting lights underwater for fun and giggles and shit like that, it's most likely a building, and that means there's an above ground entrance, hopefully, or at least a subterranean non-bog diving into stinky water entrance type situation. Like, I'll do it. I'm kind of just wishful thinking here now. Also, if we were to just go jumping in the bog, we'd kind of make ourselves a bit of a spectacle. So if we do plan on bog diving, I recommend at night.
We could pretend that we're swimming and just get like one of those crab nets and then put Shang Sui in it and just throw it in the water and then pretend
I
we're
can
fishing.
breathe underwater.
Man, Shang Sui, do you like swimming or something? Because this is like the 18th time they threatened to throw you in the bog.
Listen, I can't quite swim, but I can breathe underwater if we need to.
That is useful.
You literally rocketed me out of the water. I think that you could propel yourself perfectly fine.
I actually cannot. I cannot propel myself. I can only throw other objects with telekinetic projectiles.
Just throw people.
You can
Use the
propel
crab
yourself
net.
okay under the water, as well as anyone else of your, we're a normal human to have your normal, like, your strength score, then you can swim about as well as they can.
I mean, we could attach
Which is not great.
some weights to me, and then I could throw off the weights and then float back up.
We put you in a crab cage. They're heavy enough on their own.
We'll make sure Shang Sui is swimming with the fishes.
I'm
Oh my
not
God.
bullshitting here. First of all, Saki is sitting on my face, but
What?
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my.
Ask the girl first. Holy shit.
The recap is going to be incredible next week.
thank you.
You just gave the fanfic writers a lot of fuel.
No, guys, come on. My OTP is Dahlia and Shang Sui.
No, that's a crack ship if I've heard one.
That is a real catch. Oh my God.
Enemies to lovers.
There are actual tears in my eyes. No, I meant that your token was over mine. I was kind of rattling. But this was all for a joke. I was just gonna roll to see if there are crabs in the bog. I just wanted to roll nature to know if there were crabs in the bog. My stomach hurts from laughing.
Well, God, are there crabs in the bog?
Or something
Similar such things. You would not be aware of any crabs that live in the bog specifically, but there are many species of crawfish.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
yeah,
crawfish cage.
more crawdad fish. It's like the same thing, but probably a little smaller.
Tiny lobsters, basically.
They're like tiny little lobsters. I do adore them, and they're also delicious. Although I feel bad eating them, I'm gonna be real.
God, ocean bugs are so yummy.
They're delicious. I love bugs. I do eat bugs now that I think about it. I just don't eat like land meat.
A pescatarian.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a pescatarian. That was stated last session. Anyway, that might work, but I feel like given a recent, I know you're semi-joking, V, although I can't always tell for sure with you. That might also be a more licensed thing. So might need a fishing license or something, considering how things went with Shang Sui today.
That is a good point.
If it is a fishing
Well, if we're
license
doing it
you're
at night
after-
to be hidden, do we really need a license?
If it is a fishing license you're after, we can procure one.
We can get a license, so we don't need to hide.
Get one just in case.
We still need to hide, though.
Not really.
We don't want people knowing that we're snooping around.
Well, we wouldn't be. We'd be fishing. With really, really, really big bait. Looks at Shang Sui.
Okay, well, someone has to hold my gold because I don't want to sink with all of this.
Sure.
I mean,
Not you.
I'm sure one of us is more than capable to just swim.
Hey, fancy butler man, do you have a name, first of all? I don't like referring to people like that.
It's like, fancy butler man. Certainly, my name is Donovan.
Donovan, that's a great name, Donovan. Would the town's guard here be suspicious if someone took a swim?
Certainly not. It's not usual, but nor is it unusual, especially if someone's been of the liquor.
Okay, well, I trust Arla to hold my money while we... I think it makes most sense. I think athletics-wise, Saki or Dahlia.
Not
Be
that
the
it is
best
my
swimmers.
place, but if it is storing your funds that you're concerned about, would you be interested in opening an account with us?
No, I want Arlo to hold it. I don't trust these people. It's all my money. It's my life savings.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, I don't need to put my money into their pyramid scheme, trust fund, whatever.
No, you could
Don't
marry.
need to put my money into their quote bank.
Yeah.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying my taxes.
Oh yeah, Shamsoi absolutely would never pay taxes.
But I heard that if you like get 5 friends to also join, that you move up the ladder.
No,
Oh, the ladder of not paying taxes. I would like to convince 5 friends to not pay taxes, and then I don't have to pay taxes.
And then they convince 5 friends to not pay taxes, and eventually we all just stop paying taxes. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do? What are they gonna do?
What? Have society collapse around us? What are they gonna do about that? Huh?
Nothing. There's too many of us.
Yeah.
And none of us pay taxes. Yeah, he just kind of like, he doesn't push. He just kind of like smiles and says, "Well, very well."
Unfortunately, I do have to agree that there might be something in the water. We discovered that, for whatever reason, it appears that the corpses are being mistaken for people who are drunk, which... I don't know how many shambling corpses you've been around. They don't tend to smell particularly alive, but there might be something happening here that's disguising what they look like and or smell like, and apparently they would sometimes just stand there and look out at the bog, so...
Alright, so double whammy on the bog diving. Sorry.
Would
there
anyone
was
else
also-
like to volunteer to bog dive? Right now we got Dahlia and me.
I could.
Are you sure you won't get lost?
I could
I mean-
bog dive with Saki.
If I know what I'm diving towards, I mean, there's lights. I can swim towards the light.
Don't swim towards the...
Oh, like a little
Towards
moth.
the light.
Just swim towards the lights!
Just remember, let out a little air, go where the bubbles go.
Not like a little, that kind of, but like a little moth. See?
The swim towards the light sort of phrase goes right over her head, and to Arla's go where the bubbles go if you need to go back up. Saki's just like, I know how to swim.
I could bug dive. That would be fun.
I mean, we could bog dive to check it out from the outside. Hey God, how did the visibility in the bog seem? I don't think bog water's very clear.
It's not particularly clear.
Yeah, so that's my concern there, is that the bogs aren't even particularly clear. Like, a couple of us could just, like, get
can make
drunk.
Could we
Gigantic
put...
crab cage.
Could we
Well-
put Arla's lantern in the orb?
No, the
If-
lantern
Light our ways
is
out there.
magical light and stays burning regardless of water.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
If you would be able to give me a little bit of time and or well, possibly funds as well, I could also learn a spell that would help with this. I've heard of it, but I haven't taken the time to learn it. I'm just gonna toss this in the chat as best as I can. This is a spell. I do not have it as a cantrip. The southern comes out of me so easy because I am a born and raised country girl. So I
I'm
have
so
learned.
sorry.
It's gonna infect all of us.
By the end of this campaign, we're just gonna be all like drawing like this.
The next campaign will be like a cowboy western drama, and then it'll be great. It'll work so well.
But yeah, no, you could certainly take some downtime to or to retrain a spell or to, learn a spell down in your... Because Maguses have
Well,
books, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maguses work very similar
Yeah,
to
wizards.
wizards.
Yeah,
I have a
so
spell
you
book.
can certainly get air bubble down your spell book and jot that out. The funds of such would be easily provided.
Yeah, it would essentially be I would just need enough money to buy a scroll
Yeah.
of that, which is like 4 gold or something like that.
Level 1 scrolls are not particularly
Yeah.
expensive.
And then 2 gold to learn it. And then I have assurance and arcana, so I could beat the DC for it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, he would definitely like supply you some money and give you a location where you could probably pick up a scroll. That little courtyard area, but you tried to set up a stall in. Probably got some people selling some basic little scrolls in there.
Perfect. So, yeah, some time for that, and then I'd have to, prepare it. But, we could take some time and do that, and I could simply cast this on myself, and I wouldn't have to worry about, drowning in the bog. There is other things, but not having to worry about drowning is certainly a plus.
I do raise that point that I am a little concerned sending one of us alone. I raise the point of one of us going with you. It doesn't have to be me, but
Well, my question is, do we have to do this now? Because I don't think that the Black Obsidian is going to be down there.
No, I don't think so. But I think it is important that we look into it.
Yes, but after we find the Black Obsidian, get the information.
No, because I think it's involved. So I think at some point soon we're gonna want to do it. I think it's involved in some way. So like, I think it's just worth looking into, regardless. Like soon. It doesn't have to be today, but
well, do we have any other leads?
There was also a cavern that Arlo was pointed to, correct? Sorry, I have... Oh, it was probably tavern and I heard cavern. Never mind.
Yeah, they just mentioned that it was like, oh yeah, I know a bunch of drunks around lately, and I kind of spend a lot of my time down at a local haunt. And pointed the tavern out. That was where V and Chunksway were presently in.
Tavern would certainly be the easiest as far as our options go. Diving into a bog with possibly terrible things under it, or getting into a strictly invitation-only school of learning. A local tavern seems the easiest to tackle.
Certainly. Decent place to listen in for rumors, and if there are shaded skull folk around and speaking openly, might not be a terrible place to stake out for conversations.
Okay, so we have quite a few plans going, but what are we going to do first?
I think your stall is a good starting point. You can gather some information that might...
We can do that tomorrow morning, and then during the night we can do the diving.
If I might make a suggestion for a group such as yours, as information is, after all, our specialty, and we're much appreciative of the help, I might suggest tackling a task or two, or tackling a task with one or two of you focused on it for the duration of your researching, and others of you focus on another task, rather than splitting your attention among several between a shorter period of time. You're likely to get frazzled if you split yourselves in such a way.
Sorry, I have autism. So you recognize me?
Well,
What is that?
in terms you might understand, downtime activities take 1 week of dedication. And you will not get benefits from them if you do multiple within the week, as you will not complete a downtime action, such as observing, gathering rumors, making contacts.
Oh, okay.
So we want to focus on one thing, or
Each of you can focus on a task
Yeah.
or group up,
But
but
they're saying split up. But that's a problem because Shang Sui is kind of needed for both.
Shang Sui is most needed for her stall.
Yeah, the stall, because we can't do that without it.
But
If we get air bubble, then Shang Sui, like, it doesn't matter that Shang Sui is not typing.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can, find ways to split things accordingly.
yes,
We don't need to. We have time here. We're not in a rush. And Saki looks over to Shang Sui before
We
she
are
gets
in a
the
rush.
chance. Yeah, before she gets the chance and says, "I know you are excited, or maybe that's not the proper word, but you want to get this done as soon as possible. But as we have said, we are in a situation right now where we can get the information about this man and find him afterwards. And trust me, I will be there with you the whole time as we get to him."
That's
But-
very reassuring. Thanks, Saki. Shang Sui, like, rolls her eyes, but she is genuinely grateful that she's just being a bitch about it.
But we should do our work here diligently and take the time that we need.
I would agree. We have been afforded ourselves a good opportunity here, and if I may say, a rather incredible benefactor. So we should take advantage of it as much as we can. Ooh, I got winded for a moment there, and I suppose we can sit through the night and talk about who's best designated for what task, and by that I mean when the session ends, we can yell at each other in game talk until we're satisfied.
And speaking of such, this is the time for the party to kind of sit and discuss their kind of more detailed plans. We've gotten a bit of a general idea of what you all want to do, we'll look into, and we can pretty easily, over the course of the week, discuss in our little group chat the specifics of how you want to tackle it, and take it from there at the start of next session. So this is, I'd say, pretty decent spot to say, and the party rambles at each other for a while. Join us next time.
Yeah, I was fixing to try and get it done there then.
Indeed.
Done there, then.
Done
Done
there,
there,
Dan.
Dan.
I realized the template doesn't have my name right. That's alright. I'll fix that later.
Yeah. As always, thank y'all very much for playing and for coming along and watching and all that.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank y'all very much.
Come back now, you hear?
It's great having y'all along. Y'all been a great crowd. I love it here whenever we get in this here town. Y'all are good people. Tip the Scales live show coming to Alamo Draft House.
Oh my god.
You guys all are wonderful players as always. Thank you very much for sitting at my table and putting up with my silly character voices.
Oh, shucks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And of course, to check out these fine folks over on their channels, see if they're streaming or whatnot, any content they got going, YouTube channels, etc., etc. Y'all have a good night now. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.